You, Tom, what have you got to tell us?
Yes, Eamon, to tell you precisely, I am just basically opposite Parliament on what's called the Albert Embankment. This is towards the front of the queue where people are coming along, walking at actually a fair pace here because they're let through in batches, really, to keep the flow of the queue going. They come along the Albert Embankment here and just turn over Lambeth Bridge, that bridge towards the back end of Parliament. They walk across Lambeth Bridge, you might be able to see the heads there, and go into what's called Victoria Tower Gardens, that patch of grass at the back of Parliament where the queue snakes backwards and forwards until it reaches the rear entrance, the House of Lords entrance of the Commons. And then it goes a little bit around the side into St Stephen's Gate. Now that is the gate that goes to the top of Westminster Hall. People are brought up the stairs and there they stand at the top of Westminster Hall looking down upon the whole proceedings, where they can then walk through slowly and respectfully to the other side of Westminster Hall and then leave Parliament. But I've got to tell you, this is just the end of the queue. It does stretch back for quite some distance. You might be able to make out in the distance there the London Eye. Of course, it goes beyond then, it snakes then round across the Thames, past, for example, the National Theatre, past at some points yesterday it went well beyond Tower Bridge. This is something that stretches across the whole of central London. Now, I've been speaking to some people this morning who actually haven't had to do quite such a long queue. I spoke to one gentleman who joined at around just after sort of 4:30 this morning and has already made it now across Lambeth Bridge. So depending on when you join this queue, you can queue for only a few hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours to get in, rather than the dreaded 30 hours that we were hearing was a possibility.